of the same chapter, chapter 4, basic geometrical ideas, we have covered the topics point, line segment, ray, curve, open curve and closed curve. Now in our part 2 we will cover this topic, polygons. Now definitely this word is completely new for you. The word polygons, first we will try to break this word and we will try to take out the meaning of this word. Poly means many and gon means sides. Okay, so polygon means many sides. Many sides can be, it will not be one. Okay, definitely it is more than one. How much it will be, that we will discuss. Now I will write few important conditions which are important for any figure to be a polygon. The number one, it should be a simple closed curve. In part 1 we have studied about what is closed curve and what is open curve and what is simple closed curve. Simple closed curve means it should be a closed figure without any crossing between the sides. Okay. And second point is it should be made of line segments. These two are the conditions for any figure to be a polygon. If any one of the condition is not satisfied, then the figure is not a polygon. ठीक है, तो अगर किसी भी फिगर को मुझे चेक करना है that whether it's a polygon or not, first of all I will check whether it's a simple closed figure or not. It's closed, yes, it's closed. It's simple closed as there is no crossing between the curves. And second point, the important one, that it should be made up of line segments. This is also a simple closed curve, but it is not a polygon. Why? Because it is not made up of line segments. So now we have understood what is the basic definition of polygon. That for any figure to be polygon, it should be a simple closed curve as well as it should be made up of line segments. Now in any polygon, we will be discussing about these four main characteristics. Okay, what are these? Sides, vertices, angles and diagonals. First of all, I will talk about sides. Sides, if I will look at this polygon, I have drawn this polygon which is having how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 sides. So let us name this polygon A, B, C, D and E. We have to take care of this important point that we have to name the figure or name any polygon in a proper order. Like if I am moving clockwise, then I have to move clockwise only, and if I will move anti-clockwise, then I have to follow this order. It should be in a sequence only, like A, B, C, D, E. We can't write like A is here, B is here, C is here, D is here. No, we can't do like this. ठीक है, तो आपको इस बात को ध्यान रखना है कि जब भी आप किसी भी पॉलीगॉन की नेमिंग करेंगे तो A, B, C, D, E एक ही सीक्वेंस में आना चाहिए. Okay, now the first point is about sides. Sides क्या है? So first of all, I would like, आपको दिख रही है sides क्या है? Like you can say that AB is side, BC is side, CD is also one side, DE and AE. These all are sides. ठीक है, तो पहले sides को हम define कैसे करेंगे? A line segment. You all can see that sides are a fixed distance. ठीक है, ये infinite distance नहीं होती है. So it is a fixed distance. That's why what we will call a line segment joining two points. ठीक है, तो ये क्या होगी? हमारी sides होगी. 2 points of polygon. तो इसे हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? साइड्स बोल रहे हैं. कैसा लाइन सेगमेंट जो पॉलीगॉन के किसी भी 2 पॉइंट्स को ज्वाइन करे, वो क्या है? साइड्स है. ओके, एंड दैट आल्सो 2 पॉइंट्स शुड बी 2 consecutive points. Consecutive, what is the meaning of this word consecutive? लगातार. जैसे इसके बाद इसी पॉइंट को ज्वाइन करेगा तो साइड होगा, इस पॉइंट को ज्वाइन करेगा then it will not be considered as side. So this we have to take care that a line segment joining two consecutive points, either this to this or this to this, जो लगातार में है, ठीक है? तो that we call as sides. Now how many sides this polygon have? This polygon is having 5 sides. Let's name it AB, and I will put the symbol of line segment over it because all are line segments. AB, then BC, CD, DE and EA. So these are the 5 sides of the polygon ABCDE. Now I will talk about vertices. See, many times we people are confused between these two terms, vertices and angles. Some people think that both are same, but no, this is not the case. Both are different. If I will talk about the vertices, vertices is simply a point where two adjacent sides meet. ठीक है? Vertices एक point है. ध्यान रखिए, मैं vertices को क्या बोल रही हूँ? A point. It's only a point, but angle is not a point. ठीक है? ये इनके बीच में बहुत एक simple language में अगर मैं आपको definition समझाऊँ, then vertices is only a point, but angle is not a point. So, okay, so a point where two adjacent sides, adjacent. अच्छा, ये कुछ नए नए words आ रहे हैं आपके आसपास, ठीक है? Adjacent. What is the meaning of adjacent? Adjacent means साथ साथ. ठीक है, जैसे ये और ये साथ साथ हैं sides. This and this are adjacent. BC and CD are adjacent. CD and DE are adjacent. DE and EA are adjacent. Okay, so a point where two adjacent sides meet are called vertices. ठीक है, तो जहां पे आपके दो ऐसा पॉइंट जहां पे हमारे दो एडजेसेंट साइड्स मिले, दैट इज वर्टिसेस. जैसे AB एंड BC आर एडजेसेंट साइड्स, दे आर मीटिंग एट वर्टेक्स B. AB and AE are meeting at vertex A. Vertex also we can call, and plural of vertex is vertices. ठीक है, so how many vertices? 5 vertices, A, B, C, D and E. I will write it in simple because these are only points. So these are the vertices of polygon ABCDE. Now we are going to talk about angles. Angles are definitely, angle is formed between. Angle is not a point. It is formed between two adjacent sides, we can say, or we can say if two lines, line segment or rays, if two rays meet at a common point, they form an angle. So how I will write? If two rays meet at a common point, they form an angle. ठीक है, वो क्या बनाएंगे फिर? एंगल बनाएंगे. Now again you have to take care, बेटा. I have written rays. If two rays meet at a common point, but here you can say that ma'am there is no ray. But we have to see like angles whenever we simply I am drawing only angle. This is my polygon. If I will draw a single angle, then definitely we are drawing it in the form of rays. Okay, that's why I have written if two rays meet at a common point. These are the two rays, OA and OB are two rays which are meeting at a common point O, and they are forming an angle AOB. So they are angles. They form an angle. Now how many angles are there? Definitely we can see 5 angles are there. Supposingly I have to name this angle. मुझे इस वाले एंगल को नाम देना, तो क्या मुझे सिर्फ एंगल A लिखना चाहिए? Yes, we can write, but that is not the appropriate way of defining any angle. Either I should write angle BAE or I can write angle EAB. You can choose either side. या तो आप BAE लिखो इसका नाम या फिर EAB लिखो. But the angle which you are defining, that should come in center. So I am writing it as angle BAE. This is the symbol for angle. one horizontal line and one slant line. This is particularly about angle A. The letter which is coming in the center means we are talking about that angle. Now if I want to name this angle B, then I can write ABC or CBA. Angle ABC. Then for C, angle BCD. For D, angle CDE. For E, angle DEA. So you can see we are having total of 5 angles. This is about angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D and angle E. Whatever letter is coming in center, that is the main angle. Okay, so in this way we can name the angles. You can simply write, if you are writing only angle A or angle B or angle C, then that will not be the proper way of writing the name of any angle, that you will come to know later. That's why that is not the proper way. And we have to adopt this method of writing name of any angle. Whatever angle you are defining, that will come in the center, and remaining 2 arms will come on either side. Now diagonals. This is many students are confused in this concept, that how we can define diagonals. There is a very small difference between sides and angles that we will come to know now. That in sides, what we have written, a line segment joining 2 consecutive points. मतलब 2 लगातार points को join कर लेते हैं, then we were able to form this sides. Similarly, in diagonals, it is also a line segment. Okay, but this is the line segment which is formed by joining 2 non-consecutive points. ठीक है, अगर 2 non-consecutive points को मैं join करती हूँ, then what will form? Diagonals will be formed. 2 non-consecutive points of polygon. So now, how many diagonals this figure has? Let's start from point A. Okay, this A, from A, B is the consecutive point and E is also the consecutive point. So from A, this C is the non-consecutive point and this D is also the non-consecutive point. So from A, we are able to make 2 diagonals. What are those diagonals? Diagonal AC and diagonal AD. 2 diagonals we have made. Now from point B, B to A is consecutive point and B to C is also consecutive point. But B to E is a non-consecutive point and B to D is also a non-consecutive point. So I am having 2 more diagonals, BE and BD. I am placing the symbol of line segment here. Now let's see from C. C से B की बात करें तो C और B consecutive points हैं, C और D भी consecutive points हैं. C से A पहले join हो चुका है. Now from C to E. So how many diagonals are having in this polygon? 5 diagonals. So right now we have discussed these 4 properties: sides, vertices, angles and diagonals of a 5-sided polygon. Okay, now we are going to name these polygons also, like what we can call a 3-sided polygon, what we call a 4-sided polygon. This we will discuss now. So I hope you all are well aware with these concepts. You all have understood it nicely, that what is side. There is a very slight difference between side and diagonal. Side are formed by joining 2 consecutive points and diagonals are formed by joining 2 non-consecutive points. And very small difference between vertices and angles is there. Vertices are only points, but angles are formed when 2 rays join at a common point. And the most important one, what is polygon? That polygon, 2 conditions we have to remember, that if both the conditions are satisfied, then only the figure will be a polygon. First condition is that it should be a simple closed curve. Second condition is it should be made of line segments. Okay, so this we have to keep in our mind while studying about polygons. Let us see the different types of polygons we are having based on the number of sides. If number of sides, see, it's not possible to draw any polygon with one side. Why? Because it will not be closed. Then it is also not possible to draw any polygon with two sides. Again, it will not be closed. So the minimum number of sides needed for any polygon is 3. We cannot make any polygon with one side or two sides. So the minimum number of sides we need to draw any polygon is 3. So the three-sided polygon, let's name it as A, B and C. This three-sided polygon, we know that it is called as triangle. Okay. Now, like in polygon, we have studied these four characteristics: sides, vertices, angles and diagonals. Similarly, for this triangles also, how many sides it have? 3 sides. AB, BC and CA. These are the 3 sides. AB, BC and CA. Sides are formed by joining 2 consecutive points. The next is vertices. How many vertices? Again 3 vertices, A, B and C. Okay, now angles. 3 angles are there, but if supposedly I have to name this angle A, then I will not write only angle A. I will write either angle BAC or angle CAB. We can write it either way, angle BAC. It means we are mainly talking about angle A because it is in the center. अब अगर मुझे एंगल B की नेमिंग करनी हो, then I can write angle ABC. Means I am talking about B. Next is angle BCA. Means this is about angle C. Now diagonals. Diagonals we have seen that it is formed by joining 2 non-consecutive points. Okay. तो A के साथ B भी consecutive है और C भी consecutive है. Both are coming continuously. Similarly B के साथ A भी consecutive है और C भी consecutive है. They are coming continuously. C के साथ A भी consecutive है and B is also consecutive. So there is no point which is non-consecutive. So there is no possibility of drawing any diagonal in the polygon triangle. So the number of diagonals it have is 0. Okay. Now next is 4-sided polygon. After 3, we are having how many sides? 4 sides. So 4-sided polygon, I can draw any 4-sided figure. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's polygon. Why? Because it's simple closed curve and it is made up of line segments also. And the 4-sided polygon is called quadrilateral. You can break this word to memorize it. Quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. Okay. So the 4-sided polygon is called quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. Okay. So for quadrilateral, again we will look at the sides, vertices, angles and diagonals. Let's name it A, B, C and D. Sides, 4 sides, it's easily we can see there's 4 sides are there. A, B, B, C. Why I am placing this symbol? Because all these are line segments. That's why symbol of line segment is placed. A, B, B, C, C, D and D. C, D and D. These are the 4 sides of polygon. Now if I will look at the vertices, so again 4 vertices are there. A, B, C and D. Now angles, 4 angles are there, but how we will name it? Supposedly for A, I will write angle DAB. Angle DAB. For angle B, I will write angle ABC. For C, angle BCD. For D, we can write angle CDA. And now coming about diagonals. Now again look at A. For A, this B and D are consecutive point. C is the non-consecutive point. So this is one diagonal. So one diagonal is AC. For B, A and C are consecutive points. this B is non-consecutive. So the another diagonal is BB. So how many diagonals are possible in this? 2. 5-sided polygon we have split up in definition only. It was having 5 sides, 5 vertices, 5 angles as well as 5 diagonals also. So 5-sided polygon is called pentagon. Pentagon. Okay. How we can remember this word? Like many times we used to buy a pen of ₹5. ठीक है, तो जो 5 रुपीज का हम पेन खरीदते हैं उस पेन से हमें क्या याद रहेगा कि पेन में कितनी साइड्स हैं? 5 साइड्स हैं. सो 5-sided polygon is called pentagon. और इसको आप ऐसे भी बना सकते हो, home like. So this is how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can name it as A, B, C, D, E. Just check that whenever I am naming it in a proper order. Then 6 sides. 6 sides polygon is called hexagon. Okay. How I will remember this term hexagon? In 6 also comes x and in hexa also comes x. So whenever you will see hexagon. Hexagon means x and x comes only in 6. No other numbers x is coming. Only in 6 x is coming. So 6-sided polygon is called hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So A, B, C, D, E and F. So this is a 6-sided polygon. In this also we can have sides. 5 sides are there. A, B, B, C, side CD, side D, E and side EA. 5 vertices are there. 5 angles are there. And diagonals 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 diagonals are there. In hexagon also 6 sides, 6 vertices and 6 angles. And diagonals you can see F को हम A से भी connect कर सकते हैं because they are consecutive points. So F will be connected to B, F can be connected to C and F can be connected to D. So in this way 3 diagonals. Similarly from E, 4 diagonal, 5 diagonal and 6 diagonal, 7 diagonal and 8 diagonals and then 9 diagonals. So in all in this figure 9 diagonals are there. In this 5 diagonals was there. We have learned that how we can draw the diagonals. Now 7-sided. 7-sided polygon is called heptagon. Heptagon. Heptagon is 7-sided polygon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So in this way we can make 7-sided polygon. Now 8-sided polygon. 8-sided polygon, which animal you know which is having 8 sides, 8 hands? That is octopus. Similarly, 8-sided polygon is called octagon. Okay, octagon means octopus. You will remember from octagon, which is having 8 sides. So this is octagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in this way we can have octagon. For these polygons also you can name the different sides, vertices, angles, diagonals. Okay. One thing I would like to tell you a small difference between the word adjacent and opposite. Okay. Till now we have learned that what is vertices? Vertices is formed where the two adjacent sides meet. तो अगर मैं आपको दो वर्ड्स के बीच में डिफरेंस बताऊं, एडजेसेंट एंड अपोजिट. अपोजिट वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड, इट इज जस्ट ऑन द अपोजिट साइड. ठीक है, बिल्कुल सामने. अगर मैं यहाँ हूँ तो मेरे सामने जो बिल्कुल मेरे फ्रंट में फेस करेंगे, दैट इज अपोजिट. व्हाट इज एडजेसेंट? एडजेसेंट मतलब जो मेरे साथ में है, ठीक है, जो मेरे से कनेक्टेड है, दैट इज एडजेसेंट. अगर मैं इस फिगर की बात करूं, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट्स टॉक अबाउट ट्राइंगल ओनली. इन ट्राइंगल all the sides are adjacent. There is no opposite sides. Okay, but in quadrilateral, this AB side is opposite to DC. AB and DC are opposite sides. Similarly, BC and AD are opposite sides. Opposite we can easily identify, आमने और सामने होंगे. तो ये दोनों मेरे opposite sides हैं. Similarly, these two are also opposite sides. Okay. Now, what are adjacent sides? Adjacent जो बिल्कुल जुड़े हुए हैं. ये AB किससे जुड़ा हुआ है? AB is connected to AD and AB is also connected to BC. So AB and AD are adjacent sides. Similarly, AB and BC are also adjacent sides. BC and CD are again a pair of adjacent sides. CD and DA are also a pair of adjacent sides. तो आपको ध्यान रखना है क्वेश्चन में that if you will be asked about adjacent sides, then you have to see which is connected to that side. अगर मुझसे adjacent side पूछ ले तो मुझे connected sides के बारे में बताना है. जैसे ये दोनों adjacent sides हैं. Similarly, AB and BC are adjacent. BC and CD are adjacent. CD and DA are adjacent. So in all we are having 4 pairs of adjacent sides. और अगर मैं opposite की बात करूँ, so for opposite we are having only 2 pairs. AB and CD, 1 pair. BC and AD, another pair. Opposite sides के कितने पेयर हैं? 2 pairs. Okay. So आपको quadrilateral में से क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हैं. Find the pair of opposite sides or find different pairs of adjacent sides. So adjacent के आपको पूरे 4 पेयर मिल जाएंगे और opposite के आपको पूरे कितने मिल जाएंगे? 2 pairs. Let's discuss it in detail. Okay, now have a look on the 2 examples I have taken. I have made this figure. Okay, and these 4 things we have to label according to this figure. First of all, that how many triangles it has. Just count it. It's a reasoning question. That this is one triangle, we can see easily. This is second triangle. 2 triangles are visible, and this third one is the bigger triangle. So in all, this figure is having 3 triangles. Just name these triangles. For triangle, I am having this symbol. This is the symbol for triangle. One is triangle ABD. This is first triangle. Triangle ABD. This is another triangle. Triangle ADC. We can write it anyway. Triangle ABD also, triangle ADB also, triangle BAD also. Now आप कैसे लिख सकते हैं? Okay. Similarly for this triangle ACD भी चलेगा, DAC भी चलेगा, DCA भी चलेगा. Because triangle is composed of all the 3 vertices. And the other one is the bigger triangle, that is triangle ABC. तो इस पूरे फिगर में हमें 3 ट्राइंगल दिख रहे हैं, 2 छोटे ट्राइंगल और दोनों छोटे ट्राइंगल्स को मिला के बड़ा ट्राइंगल. 3 triangles are there. And we have named it also. Now name sides. अगर मैं ट्राइंगल ABD की पहले बात करें, इसकी सारी साइड्स लिख लेते हैं. साइड्स AB, then side BD. देखो AB, BD and AD. इस ट्राइंगल्स की 3 साइड होगी. Now for triangle ADC. AD तो पहले ले चुके हैं हम लोग. AD once I have written. And there is DC and AC. Okay. For the bigger triangle, AB will be one side which is already here. BC is another side. BC we can mention. And AC that we have already written. These are the total sides present in this figure. Now vertices. Vertices are very easy to identify. A, B, C and D. 4 vertices are there in this figure. Now angles. This is the most important one. How you are going to name the angles. Likewise, we have named sides as per triangle. Triangle के according हमने सारी sides mention की हैं. वैसे ही triangle के according we will mention each angles. अगर हमारे पास पूरे 3 triangle हैं और हर triangle के 3 angle होते हैं. इस triangle के भी 3 angle मिलेंगे, इसके भी 3 angle और इसके भी 3 angle. So in all we will be having 9 angles. So let's see how. First of all मैं इस triangle की बात करती हूँ. First triangle की. इस triangle में A को अगर मुझे नाम देना हो, only look at A. So the name will be angle BAD. BAD भी लिख सकते हैं और DAB भी लिख सकते हैं. Another one will be let's name For D point, we can write angle A, D, B. See, A, B, D, all have come in center. Okay. Now similarly, for another triangle, this triangle, ACD की, ADC की हम बात कर रहे हैं, ADC बोल रहे हैं या फिर ACD बोल रहे हैं, we can name it anyway. So now first of all for this angle A, it will be angle DAC. DAC बोल रहे हैं हम इसे या फिर CAD बोल रहे हैं. Angle DAC. In the beginning I have told you why I should not write this angle as only angle A. Here is the reason. क्योंकि अगर मैं सिर्फ एंगल A लिखती हूँ तो ये डिफाइन करना बहुत मुश्किल है कि मैं इस वाले एंगल की बात कर रही हूँ, इस वाले एंगल A की बात कर रही हूँ या इस पूरे एंगल A की बात कर रही हूँ. ओके, सो टू डिफाइन अवर एंगल प्रॉपरली इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि आपको उसके दो आर्म्स भी बताने हैं कि आप जिस एंगल की बात कर रहे हो वो कौन से दो आर्म्स के बीच में आ रहा है. जैसे जब मैं इस एंगल की बात कर रही थी, सो इट वाज बिटवीन BA एंड DA. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज नेम्ड एज एंगल BAD. जब मैंने इस एंगल की बात की, दिस इज बिटवीन DA एंड CA. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज नेम्ड एज एंगल DAC. सिमिलरली C के बारे में बात करेंगे, एंगल ACD. नाउ फॉर दिस एंगल ADC. देखो D दो बार आ रहा है, लेकिन एक बार एंगल ADB है और एक बार एंगल ADC है. तो ये एंगल अलग है और ये एंगल अलग है. ठीक है. 6 angles we have written for 2 triangles. Now we have to look at the bigger triangle. Bigger triangle के लिए ये बन जाएगा BAC, then ABC, then angle ACB. When at the sides which I am taking, that defines that which complete angle and which complete triangle I am taking. So in this way, for any figure we can define different sides, different vertices and different angles. Now one more example I have taken this is how many, this is what, this figure is which polygon? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides are there. 4-sided polygon is called quadrilateral. So right now I am talking about quadrilateral. तो हम quadrilateral के बारे में बात करने जा रहे हैं. और quadrilateral की हम we have already discussed that it is having 4 sides, 4 vertices, 4 angles and 2 diagonals. That were basic characteristics. ठीक है. अब इस पे बेस्ड क्वेश्चन आ सकते हैं. That name the opposite sides of this polygon. I have named this quadrilateral as plane. PLAY in a proper order. Play is the quadrilateral. So opposite sides we can see. These are the opposite sides. So PL and YA. PL and YA. अगर मैं यहाँ से PL ले लूँ तो यहाँ से मुझे YA लेना पड़ेगा. This is one pair of opposite sides. This is one pair. Okay. Now another pair is PY and LA. PY and LA. This is another pair of opposite sides and this figure is only having 2 pairs of opposite sides. Similarly, opposite angles. तो मुझे दिख रहा है P के opposite में कौन सा है? A और L के opposite में कौन सा है? Y. I will not write it only P. L are another pair. So Y we will name it as PYA and PLA. So these are the 2 pairs of opposite angles. अब अगर adjacent sides की बात करें, so we have discussed that a quadrilateral is having 4 pair of adjacent sides. तो अगर PL के साथ देखें हम लोग, PL and PL is adjacent to LA. एक साइड से हम लिखना शुरू करते हैं. PL किसके adjacent है? LA के. This is one pair. LA is adjacent to LA किससे connected है? AY से. अगर आप एक साइड से शुरू करेंगे तो कुछ भी छूटेगा नहीं. LA इससे भी connected था, but that we have already mentioned. So PL is connected to LA. LA is further connected to AY. Then AY is further connected to YP. And YP connected to PL. So these are the 4 pair of adjacent sides a quadrilateral has. Okay. Now similarly, adjacent angles we have to see. This angle P is adjacent to angle L. L is adjacent to A is adjacent to Y, and Y is adjacent to P. So again we are having 4 pair of adjacent sides. Okay. So let's name the complete angle. P को हम लिख देते हैं YPL और L को हम क्या लिखेंगे? एंगल PLA. So this is one pair. इसका मतलब P और L एडजेसेंट है. ठीक है. Now in another pair, same this angle PLA and this PLA is adjacent to angle LAY. 2 pairs we have written. Now take angle LAY. This is adjacent to angle AYP and angle AYP. This AYP is adjacent to angle YPL. So in this way I have written 4 pair of adjacent angles also. तो आपने ध्यान दिया होगा जब भी आपको adjacent लिखना हो तो एक साइड से शुरू करना है, ठीक है? इससे PL is adjacent to this is adjacent to this. From one side you have to start. So adjacent sides we are having 4 pairs, adjacent angles we are also having 4 pairs in case of quadrilateral. So I think now you all have understood how we can name different triangles, how we can name different angles, how we can name different sides, adjacent sides, opposite sides, adjacent angles and opposite angles. Now one more topic of this chapter is left, that is circle. Here we are having one more topic of this chapter, that is circles. This topic we have to understand very carefully because the concept of circle will be used in our next classes also. So we have to understand what a circle actually is and what are its different parts, how we define it and how we label it. First of all, when we will look at this circle, we can easily identify that this round figure is called circle. Okay. Now this circle is dividing this whole plane in 3 parts. One is, this is interior of circle, like which is inside the closed boundary, and this is exterior of circle which is coming outside the boundary, and the other one is on the circle. So it is divided into 3 parts: interior of circle, exterior of circle and on the circle. Okay, so now first we will write that it divides the plane in 3 parts. Now what are these 3 parts? Interior, exterior and on the circle. Okay, that we have seen that a circle is dividing any plane into 3 parts: interior, exterior and on the circle. Now we will define what a circle is. As we can see, or we know also that whenever we want to draw a circle, how we draw it? From our box we are using that instrument compass to draw this circle. So what I am doing, I am supposingly we can take my hand as the compass. This is the metallic point of the compass, and this we can take it as pencil. So metallic point is fixed at one point, and from there what we are doing, I am simply locating so many dots. Okay, so many dots are located, and this collection of dots, you can see that I can make a collection of dots from a fixed point. So this is a collection of points. A circle is a collection of points from a fixed point at a fixed distance is called circle. So how a circle is formed? A circle is a डिस्टेंस। ठीक है, तो सर्कल में बेसिकली हम देख रहे हैं क्या हो रहा है कि बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स को हम कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं फ्रॉम अ फिक्स डिस्टेंस. So this it is forming a circle, and this fixed point, let us name it as O. This fixed point is called center. Fixed point is called center, and we are labeling it as O. Okay, the circle is having center O, and this fixed distance at which I am locating all the points. So fixed distance is called radius. Okay, what we are calling this fixed distance as radius. Let us name it as OA, and this is a line segment. So I will put a symbol of line segment over OA. Next is diameter. Diameter is just double of radius. So first point about diameter is double of radius, means AB. So diameter is equal to AB, which is 2 into OA. Okay, so diameter is always double of radius. And second point we can say that diameter is a line segment which always passes through center. Another definition can be a line segment. It's line segment because it is fixed. A line segment passing through center, and it is passing through center as well as it is intersecting the circle at 2 points. So a line segment passing through circle and intersecting circle at 2 points. So in two ways we can define this diameter. One is that it is double of radius. Another is it's a line segment which is passing through center and it is just intersecting the circle at 2 points. Next is chord. A chord is any line segment which is intersecting the circle at 2 points. So we can see this chord, if I will increase the length of this chord, then at one time it will become the diameter. So what else we can say, that the longest chord possible in a circle is diameter. So first, what is chord? A line segment. Again it's a line segment intersecting, it is also intersecting the circle at 2 points. So intersecting the circle at 2 points. Okay, so any chord will intersect the circle at only 2 points. And second point is longest chord in a circle is diameter. So the longest possible chord in any circle is diameter. Next is arc. Arc, we can say that any curved part of circle, let me name it as PQ. Okay, so what is arc? A part of circle. A part of circle is called arc. And supposing this PQ is arc, this PQ can be chord also. So how I will differentiate between chord and arc? I will represent arc PQ as like this. This is the symbol for arc. If I will write it like this, then PQ will be a line segment. But if I will write it like this, then PQ is arc. So a part of circle is called arc. Now what is segment? Till now whatever we have read, like this circle, it's a collection of points. Center, it's only a single point, fixed point. Radius, it was a fixed distance. Diameter was also a fixed distance. Chord was also a line segment. But now this segment and sector, they are expressed in terms of area. Both are expressed in terms of area. Now segment. draw this area is called segment. So how I can define it? If you will look at this segment, then it is the area between chord and arc. This is chord and this is arc. So the area between chord and arc is called segment. Area between chord and arc is called segment. Now segment can be of two types, minor segment as well as major segment. Now what is the difference between these two? Supposedly if I am taking this CD as chord, then for this CD, this will act as minor arc. Look at this segments, this chord CD. Then according to the CD, this is the smallest arc and this one is the biggest arc. So this is called minor arc and this is called major arc. Okay, जो बड़ा है साइज में वो major arc हो गया, जो छोटा है वो minor arc. So if the area is between minor arc and chord, then it is minor segment. If the area is between major arc and chord, then it is called major segment. Similarly, what is sector? If I will define this sector, so let me show you first the area. This area which I have drawn is the area for sector. Okay, so area between, how I can define sector? Area between, here I am not having chord. This is OA is radius, OD is also radius. So in sector I am having two radius. So the plural of radius is radii. So this sector is the area between radii and arc. So area between radii and arc is called sector. Again, sector are also two types, minor sector and major sector. So similarly, if supposedly these are the two radii, then according to this two radii, this is minor arc, this is minor arc, and this whole is major arc. So area between minor arc and radii is called minor sector, and the area between major arc and radii is called major sector. So in this way we have to define that what is segment, sector. Segment and sector are a kind of area. Segment is the area between chord and arc, and sector is the area between radii and arc. If it is between chord and minor arc, then it is minor segment. If it is between chord and major arc, then it is called major segment. If it is between radii and minor arc, then it is called minor sector. If it is between radii and major arc, then it is called major sector. So this was all about the basic concepts of circle, which we all should know. And in a circle, how we can define these parts, as well as how we can show it in a diagram also, and how we can name it for radius and for diameter. Diameter is AB. So we are representing it with line segment. OA is also represented with line segment. Arc is represented as curve. Chord, like CD is the chord. So this will also represented as line segment. So this was all about basic concepts of basic geometrical ideas. Stay connected with me to learn more concepts of maths. Thank you, class.